Welcome back everyone. We're going to be doing a quick little speed test. Actually, this won't be that quick, it'll be pretty comprehensive, between the iPhone 7 Plus and the iPhone 11. Now both of these are running iOS 13.4.1, which is the latest version of iOS as of this point. And I've already done like a pretty in-depth comparison between these, but I wanted to do an updated one full speed test because I don't think I've done one yet. So for the year of 2020, this is how fast the differences are between these phones. Now, neither of these phones are jailbroken. They might have Cydia on them. I don't think any of these do actually. Oh, well, my iPhone 11 does, but I'm not currently in a jailbroken state, which is perfectly fine. So as you can see, all the apps are cleared out in the background. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. That way you guys can see it clearer. I will say one thing. I'll tell you the specs between both of them. The iPhone 11 has that A13 chip with 4 gigs of RAM, where the iPhone 7 Plus has that A10 chip with 3 gigs of RAM. So let's go and see how the iPhones compare with the speed. I will tell you, the iPhone 7 Plus was the first iPhone to bring 3 gigs of RAM, which is pretty impressive. And I saw that my iPhone 8 Plus did a better job with the RAM management than the iPhone 11. So let's see how both of them compare. Let's load up these basic apps first. So the camera, 3, 2, 1. Okay, whatever. I'm just loading these up in the background just to kind of load them up. Photos, 3, 2, 1. They both were kind of the same. Calendar, 3, 2, 1. They were both pretty close there. I honestly don't know which one was faster. We can do mail, 3, 2, 1. This one was on a different screen, so they're both probably about the same at the end of the day. Clock, 3, 2, 1. They both were about the same there too. I honestly don't know which one was faster. We can do weather, 3, 2, 1. And they both were about the same there too. Reminders, 3, 2, 1. Again, about the same. Notes, 3, 2, 1. Maybe the 7 Plus was a little bit different just because it was on a different panel, so not really too sure what to say about that one. We can do the App Store, 3, 2, 1. Now I love scrolling through the App Store to see which one is smoother, and I think, yeah, the iPhone 11 is definitely the smoother one. Actually, they're both about the same. I think, the iPhone 11 I think at first was definitely the smoother one for sure, but now they both look about the same, so that's definitely good. I want the iPhone 11 to be faster basically. We can do settings, is a pretty basic one. I don't think we're going to find anything there. We can do phone, 3, 2, 1. Okay, Safari, 3, 2, 1. We can go and load up an app or whatever, Apple, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that one messed up. Let's go and do something like Bing, 3, 2, 1. And yeah, they're about the same. I'm not really too sure which one was faster, to be honest. I don't think I've ever loaded Bing in my life before. Messages, 3, 2, 1. Okay, music, 3, 2, 1. They were about the same. I think the iPhone 11 might have been a little bit smoother, but it was kind of hard for me to see because I'm at an angle. So that one pretty much covers it up in those apps. I downloaded a bunch of third-party apps right here so we can kind of get through these ones. Facebook, 3, 2, 1. And again, the iPhone 11 I think was faster there. Twitter, 3, 2, 1. And again, iPhone 11 faster there. Instagram, 3, 2, 1. Now I think I'm loaded in on one of these devices. Yeah, I'm loaded in on here. Not that big of a difference, it's a little bit. Netflix, 3, 2, 1. And they both were about the same, I wish there was one that was more apparent of a difference, but I think they were about the same at the end of the day. Quizlet, 3, 2, 1. Again, they were both about the same there too. Dropbox, 3, 2, 1. I think the iPhone 11 was a little bit faster there, just slightly though, not a big one. Let's go and do Bofa, 3, 2, 1. And this one might take a while on both of them. I'm hoping the 11 is and the iPhone 11 is the faster one. The iPhone 7 Plus a little bit behind. It's not even that big of a difference. It's just a little bit of a difference between them. Temple Run 2, 3, 2, 1. Now this one might take a little bit of time on both. And I think the 11 is going to be, yeah, so the iPhone 11 is already loading into it basically. The iPhone 7 Plus, it's just a little bit behind. And I think even to load into it looked a little bit more glitchier on the iPhone 7 Plus than on the iPhone 11, which is pretty surprising to me. Let me go and hop out of both of these. Let's go and get into some gameplay and see what happens. And that was actually really surprising to me. I wasn't expecting the iPhone 7 Plus to glitch up right there. And they both are going to be about the same in terms of performance. SoundCloud, 3, 2, 1. And so 11 is faster, 7 Plus shortly after. Let's do Snapchat, 3, 2, 1. Now I think I'm loaded into my Snapchat here, yeah, so there's going to be a little bit of difference right there. Let's do the original Temple Run, 3, 2, 1. And you can see we're in a game here, so I will go ahead and restart just so we can kind of get through it. Temple run again, 3, 2, 1. And it's looking like they're both looking to be the same. I think these 11 actually kind of glitched up a little bit there if you saw that. And I think, they were both about the same at the end of the day. One didn't really blow the other one out of the water as I was expecting it to, but this is a very basic game, so I think it's okay at the end of the day. But yeah, they're both going to be about the same in terms of performance. We can go into Real Racing 3, 3, 2, 1. Hopefully we don't have to download anything between these because that's going to be really annoying. And I don't think we are. Actually, the 7 Plus looks like it's about to get into it faster. I might be in a different stage on the 7 Plus, so keep that in mind as well. Nope, the iPhone 11 was able to load it to it faster. The 7 Plus, let's see how long it takes it for it to get into it. And the 7 Plus is still stuck in there. I don't know what's going on. I'll go ahead and, okay, there we go. So we finally get past that little booting logo. I don't know why it took so long on the iPhone 7 Plus. I don't know, maybe it's the update or something. Recently, a lot of these older phones have been taking their time, and eventually the 7 Plus does get into it, which was really surprising. I was not expecting it for it to take that long. We can do something like a maze. I don't know if I have it on here. 3, 2, 1. Already loaded. 7 Plus shortly after, and this is after all these apps are loaded, so I think so far I have a better idea that the 7 Plus doesn't do as well as the iPhone 11 under pressure when it has a bunch of those apps basically stack. 3, 2, 1. So that's one thing I've been immediately able to see. Even with Real Racing 3, that took a very long time on the iPhone 7 Plus, and we already had the ad loaded on the 11, where the 7 Plus definitely took its time for sure. Snake versus blocks. 3, 2, 1. And the iPhone 11 did beat it by a little bit. Let's get into some gameplay and see what happens. They're both going to be about the same. I don't think there's going to be that big of a difference between them anyway. Paper Aotsu. I don't have it. No, I do. 3, 2, 1. And again, iPhone 11 is the faster one between them, as is probably expected by a lot of you. So that pretty much covers it, I think, on the majority of the apps that I wanted to test. Now I kind of want to load up some ones in the back end and see which one, handles it better. As you guys can probably tell, I think the iPhone 11 will probably end up doing a better job. So let's go and get into it. Let's get into the multitasking pen, and let's kind of go into the beginning of both of these things. So let's go to like photos. 3, 2, 1. Okay, they both restarted, probably as expected. Honestly, I was probably not expecting it to load on either of these ones. Let's do calendar. 3, 2, 1. And they both restarted again. So I'm trying to get to a point where both phones kind of, restart, or where they stop restarting and one ends up beating the other one. I can do mail. Okay, they're both going to be restarting here for a minute, I think. So let's kind of go back to the beginning. Let's kind of do something like, messages. We can do Facebook. That's not a bad one. Or the App Store. That's actually a pretty decent one. Let's do the App Store. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I accidentally clicked them off both, but I was trying to see if one of them restarted or the other one. I don't really care how fast the other one is to load. I want to see which one keeps it in the background. So let's go to Facebook. 3, 2, 1. So right there we saw the iPhone 11 was able to keep Facebook in the background where it had to restart on the 7 Plus. And right there you were already seeing some pretty cool, advantages. For sure I was expecting the 11 to do a little bit better, like with the App Store. I was expecting it to keep that in the background a little bit longer, but I guess it's not that big of a deal. We can go back to Safari. I wonder if it can keep Safari in the background. And it did. And the 7 Plus ended up restarting where the 11 actually was able to keep that in the background. And that's a really, really cool thing. I like that a lot. For some reason, between the iPhone 11 and the 7 Plus, or the 8 Plus for that matter, it just wasn't doing that well. I don't really know why. It was just glitching up, and the 11 was ended up like not even lasting and being as good of a phone in terms of the RAM management as the iPhone 8 Plus, which was really, really shocking to me. And right here we're seeing a consistent trend. I'm really liking seeing that the iPhone 11 is the faster one between these. Let's see if we can get back into it and see. I want to see where the 7 Plus ends up being better at all. So let's go back to Snapchat. I don't know where Snapchat was on here. Oh, I was already loaded into it, that's why. So I'll do something like SoundCloud, that might be better. 3, 2, 1. And again, it's looking like the 7 Plus is going to be restarting probably every single time. So I don't know why. I want to do a comparison now, a speed test, full one, between the 7 Plus and the 8 Plus, because I'm not really too sure why the 8 Plus was beating the iPhone 11 like every single time. But with the 7 Plus, it's, really, there's a really big difference between these, because I think the 8 Plus is faster than the 7 Plus, but slower than the iPhone 11, but the 8 Plus was faster. It wasn't faster than the iPhone 11, but the RAM management portion was, so that was really, really weird. So what I can tell you between both phones for sure is if you have an iPhone 7 Plus going to an iPhone 11, you might not see a speed increase. They were kind of the same. I mean, the iPhone 11 was the faster one, but for upgrading the money and everything like that, if you're gonna go and spend the money for this, I don't really think it's worth it just for the speed increase. However, for the RAM management portion, there was a pretty big difference, and you saw some really cool things going from the 7 Plus to the iPhone 11 in terms of the RAM management portion. So for that, I give it a thumbs up for the iPhone 11 for sure. So if you want to pick up the iPhone 11 or the 7 Plus, links will be down below as usual, but that's pretty much it. If you guys have any other questions or anything, leave it down in the comment section as well. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys can hit that. Also, check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel, all those links are linked down below. I'd really appreciate if you guys would check it out. More importantly than everything else, every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.